Greetings. How y'all doing today? Peace. Uh, what I want to speak on today is that the seriousness of the information that I put out, the seriousness of the information pertaining to the occult, pertaining to spirituality. Um, this is real. Like, this is not for everyone. The occult is not was not designed the way religious orders are designed, as to where there's a savior, there's a God that's going to come back and get you. You have to convert people into seeing your point of view and your perspective. This is not what this information is about. The call information is interesting because of the fact that you can't really convert to it. It's something that, as far as the information is concerned, if you resonate with the information, this is because you were born to resonate with the information. See, I like to kind of kick it to people as the circle and the black dot. And every circle has a black dot. And the occult represents that particular black dot, that particular 0 point from whence everything started. And depending on the cycles of karma and the different lessons that you have to learn here in this lifetime, will determine as to whether or not the occult is for you. It's not for everyone. This is not a religion. And I'm saying this because, I've been dealing with different students and different people, and they hear not only myself, but different lecturers and speakers on YouTube and things of that nature, and they get so excited about the information, and they like going out and sharing it with their family members and going out and talking about it all freely amongst certain people. You have to realize that the occult is secret for a reason. However, it's a secret that's in plain sight. This is not something that's for everyone. And if you give people occult information, if it's not their time, and if it doesn't resonate with their spirits, then you're going to have serious issues. Because you can get into a situation where a person gets extremely angry at you, where a person even goes to a point where they question your mental stability because of the fact that you're giving information really to a person that is not in their records, or it's not time for them to be able to deal with this type of information. This is not a conversion type of tool. The occult isn't. This is something to teach certain people the inner mechanics of the world and to teach them the way the world works. And this is for a select few. This is for what you would call like the elite or the elect, as they call it in the book of Revelations. This would be similar to being for a small group of people, like the 144,000. Just using that for an example. Not saying that that's going to be the exact number of people that's going to embrace it, but this information is not for everyone, because we all were born with certain karma. None of us were created equal. And this is what I believe. Some people were born rich. Some people were born poor. Some people were born totally physically structured perfectly. Some people may be born with 6 fingers and 6 toes, of which this society may consider you to be retarded, or consider you to have some form of a bodily issue if you're born like that. But no matter how you look at it, that's not equal. Some people are born left-handed, some people are born right-handed, and the list goes on. So this is what you call karma. This is what your soul chose for you based upon your past lives. And the type of information and the type of religion and the type of philosophy that you embrace in life is based upon your karma. And it's not about good or bad or punishments or anything like that. Karma is almost like a picture, a design. And you drew this certain design in this picture for yourself. However, in this picture, you left you left it open enough to where you can add things to it once you incarnate into your physical body. So it's almost like you drew a picture of a forest, but you didn't really put anything else in there. And then when you incarnate, you may decide to add people, you may decide to add cars, you may decide to add different things in the landscape of this forest. But in the beginning, all you see is the forest, because this is what the environment you wanted to be born up under. So I'm saying all that to say that, like, when people resonate with the occult, this is because it's in their DNA code to resonate with the occult. There's a certain time when our DNA explodes and our DNA unlocks in our development. There are certain time periods in our life where we go through basically shifts in our DNA. And I believe it's every 7 years. And depending on where you're at in the phase and the shift in your DNA will determine what type of information you're willing to accept and what type of information is too much for you. So this is why you should never go out and teach people the occult that don't want to be taught. Now you may say, well, you're making YouTube videos, so you're teaching people that don't want to be taught. But the thing with me is that you don't have to click on them. That's free will. But when you go out and just start to share information with people, like say for instance, I walk into a room and I just read this awesome book on the New World Order and the 13 ruling families and the 13 bloodlines and the Rothschilds. And I want to go share this information with somebody because it's so exciting. So I just go walk home and, I'm going to build with my woman, like with one of my women or whatever. And I'm like, yo, like I just read this information about the New World Order and the occult and things of that nature. And you just start pouring out the information on them. And it's like, what if they didn't want to hear that? This is serious because of the fact that you can find yourself in a situation where people will attack you because you may be targeting their very belief system. And not only that, it may not be their time to hear this type of information, so they will attack you, which is a defense mechanism because they feel attacked. You may say, well, I read that Jesus really didn't exist and there were 16 crucified saviors. I just read this book on that and I want to share this information, and you go share the information, but then you find yourself getting attacked by Christians. And it's because they weren't ready for that. It wasn't their time. This is for only a select group of people. This information is serious. It's altering. It's mind-altering type of information. When you embrace the type of information, things will start to happen to you that you have no control over. Your life will start to change. Because when you embrace true occult information, it starts to activate forces around you. And things will begin to happen in your life. So that's why it's important. Extremely important that you take this serious, and you have to, when you really embrace the occult, you can't really embrace it from a religious perspective because the occult is a part of every religion. And really, truly, if you haven't studied all the religions, some stuff in the occult you're not ready for. If you haven't looked into, I always tell people you need to start out. If you're going to really start out and learn the occult, you need to start out and research religion so that you can embrace that first. You need to embrace Judaism. You need to embrace Islam. You need to embrace Christianity. It's important that you embrace these things because there is an occult circle in every religion. In every circle, there is a black dot. And that's what's so important. So if you want to become effective in presenting the occult to people, the best way to present it is through question and answer format. This is what I learned. Question and answer format. Because if you wait for someone to ask you a question, as the master teacher always taught us, that means they're on a quest. They're looking for something. They're searching. Their mind is open. They're going to listen to what you have to say. But if you just go out and start soapboxing people and present information to people, you may not get a favorable response. You may not get a good response. So you should wait for a person to ask questions. You're like, if you are into the occult, you're like the door, but the person has to open the door and walk in to get the information that you have. You should not share this information with people. You should use this information for knowledge of self purposes so that you can save yourself first. Because the only way to truly save yourself in the occult is first you have to become what's called spiritually sovereign. And the only way to become spiritually sovereign is to effectively know your karma, your life lessons. You should know why you incarnated here. And this is in your natal chart. It's located in your north node. You should know why you came to this planet. What were your lessons? This is all located in the north node house of your natal chart, the north node placement in your natal chart. If you don't know what the north node is, then you need to get a natal chart and figure out what it is or whatever. Or look it up on the internet even to figure out what it is. But this gives you a clue. It's not going to tell you everything, but this gives you a clue. Because you leave clues for yourself as to why you're here. And you should use the occult information to demonstrate and to solve your life lessons, to solve your problems first. And if solving your problems leads to you helping other people to solve their problems, that was in your soul records. But you don't have to necessarily become an occult teacher to be into the occult. You may use this and apply this to, you may be a stockbroker, and this can help you in the stock market. You may be a health instructor or a fitness instructor, and this can help you in the fitness instructor. You may be a yoga instructor. You may be a Reiki therapist. You know, you may just work a regular job. You may just be a regular Joe Blow. You may just be homeless on the streets. You may be rich and have multiple mansions, and it's still, the occult can help everyone because it's hidden in plain sight, and there's an occult aspect to every industry, everything. But the thing is that it's only the secret knowledge about how things work are only for those people that are the elect of that particular industry, or the elite for that particular industry. Like there's an elite group of people in government. Not the puppets that you see on TV and all of that. There's a secret government. An elite group of people that run the government. There's an elite group of people that run the stock market. Not these people that you see that have these different exchanges and all of that, and these famous hedge fund owners. There's a secret group of people that run that. There's a secret group of people that run religion. There's a secret group of people that run YouTube. There's a secret group of people that run the music industry. This is the occult. There's a secret group of people that run any circle, and that's the true occult. That's what, when you learn about the occult, that's what you're looking into. You're looking for the inner mechanics of how things work, the whys behind things. This is what you're, the unseen. The occult talks about the unseen, not what's there. That's religion. Religion tells you about what's seen, or what's called outformation, what you see on the exterior. The occult goes into the inner mechanics and the inner workings. And that knowledge isn't for everyone. That's for people that are on a mission to become the elite in their class, the elite in their circle. That's who this information is for. It's not for everyone. And then the elite go and influence the outer world. And they go and shape the outer world in secret. And they do it in a way to where people don't know they're doing it. It's just like me. I'm involved in a lot of other things. You think it's just all about me being on YouTube and X, Y, and Z. There's a lot of other things that I do that I don't speak anything of. I don't talk nothing about it, because it's not for everyone. This is just something that I do for my karma, to exercise my throat chakra. As one of my beautiful readers told me, I'm a communicative being, person that's supposed to speak to people. So this is what I do for my karma. I do this for me, first and foremost. This is not just to be seen, but there's other things that I use occult information for in other arenas to influence this world and to shape this world without people knowing. The occult is hidden in plain sight. It's the best way to hide something from somebody. When they say, many people, I'm going to say this and I'll shut down, many people are confused because they think the occult's going to turn into a religion, because Aleister Crowley taught that one day the occult was going to be made public and made known, and everybody was going to get initiated into the occult. He wasn't saying that they were going to be consciously initiated into it. He meant that they were going to use certain numbers, certain colors, certain secret activators to activate the DNA in people so that the occult aspect of the human being will be activated. That's what he meant. So that we will begin to embrace the occult without even knowing we're embracing the occult. Look at the movies. Look at the commercials now. People talking about chakras on different commercials and all these movies about spirituality. This is the occult playing out right in front of people, but these people don't know they're watching the occult. It's just a good movie to them. But it's activating something in them. It's secret. See, a real, true demonstrator of the occult knows how to teach people without teaching them. Without teaching them. Or if they're teaching them one thing, they're really teaching them something else. See, that's the secret. They may be talking about how to cut an apple in 4 pieces, but then they're really talking about something else. They may really be talking about how to do a sexual ritual, and you think this video is about an apple cutting it in 4 pieces. That's the occult playing out. So this is what we mean, and that's not for everyone. So don't go out here and use this as a religious tool. Use this to better you, to become the best you in your sphere of influence. If it's economics, if it's just straight up Buddhism and you just want to be this guru, that's cool. Whatever you want to do, become the best you based upon your karma. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this video down. Thank you for listening and watching. Just wanted to offer a little bit of information to the people. Thank you for your support. And until we meet again, I'll leave you in. Namaste.